Hello, welcome to the A Book a Day channel. Today, I'm going to interpret a book for you called Elon Musk. No matter how you look at it, Elon Musk is a complex individual. His identity is multifaceted. He is an innovator who emerged from Silicon Valley, the world's richest person, a member of the American Academy of Engineering, and occasionally even a social media sensation due to his unconventional behavior. As an entrepreneur, his companies are equally intricate, including Tesla, which manufactures electric cars, SpaceX, which explores space travel, Neuralink, which delves into brain-computer interfaces, and even a company called The Boring Company, focused on high-speed transportation technology. He is also a co-founder of OpenAI, a prominent artificial intelligence company. In 2023, he acquired Twitter, turning it into his personal venture. As a person, his personality is also complex, with his own brother and first business partner once saying, "I love my brother very much, but working with him is really tough." Even Bill Gates was drawn to Musk's endeavors but couldn't tolerate his personality, leading to a falling out. In summary, Musk is a person who is challenging to summarize from various angles. He possesses extreme strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes his actions and words make people think he's eccentric or even mad, while at other times, he is genuinely making history and changing the world. So, how did Musk become Musk, with such a contradictory personality? If you follow the news, you might think that Musk often makes strange decisions on a whim. However, if you look at his life path, you'll discover that many of his actions are part of a pattern. For example, when Musk renamed Twitter to X after acquiring it, people may have thought it was another eccentric move. But if you examine Musk's entrepreneurial history, you'll find that it's not unusual at all. Musk founded the internet payment platform PayPal, and its precursor was named X.com. When he made money with PayPal and turned his attention to space exploration, he founded SpaceX again. You see the X pattern. While Musk is a co-founder of OpenAI, he has his own ideas about artificial intelligence, so he started a company called Zay. When you realize this pattern, changing Twitter's name to X doesn't seem strange at all. Of course, this is a minor detail, but it illustrates that even complex individuals like Musk follow patterns in their life journeys, like finding pieces of a puzzle that fit together to create the complex Musk we know today. The book I'm going to interpret for you today, Elon Musk, will help us understand Musk's life journey and how he became the person he is. The author of this book is the renowned biographer Walter Isaacson, who previously wrote the globally acclaimed Steve Jobs. He has also authored biographies of figures like Henry Kissinger, Benjamin Franklin, Leonardo da Vinci, and Albert Einstein. If we were to rank the influence of global biographers, Isaacson would undoubtedly hold the top position. For this biography, Isaacson followed and interviewed Musk for over 2 years, participating in many significant events in his life and career. Isaacson's approach is far from one-sided praise or hero worship. In moments where he reconstructs key events in Musk's life, he seeks out different parties involved, cross-validating facts from multiple perspectives, even when there are contradictory accounts of the same event. Additionally, Musk showed immense respect for Isaacson and did not interfere with the book's creation, nor did he read the manuscript before its official release. Given that this book was released globally simultaneously, if you read fast enough, you might even finish the book before Musk himself. The book is very rich in content and contains numerous details about Musk. How can I help you quickly understand this book in around 20 minutes? I'd like to do it this way. As we mentioned earlier, Musk, despite his complexity, can be understood through the patterns in his life journey, like finding pieces of a life puzzle that fit together to create the complex Musk we know today. Next, I'll introduce the 3 most important puzzle pieces in Musk's life. Part 1. The first puzzle piece is Elon Musk's childhood. Musk's childhood was, in fact, very contradictory. On one hand, he displayed genius at a very young age, being seen as the child from another planet by many. To illustrate this, in 2020, Elon Musk's mother, May Musk, released her autobiography titled A Woman Makes a Plan. I had the opportunity to interview May, and we discussed Musk's childhood. I had read Musk's previous biography, Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and The Quest for a Fantastic Future, which mentioned how much Musk loved to read as a child, often finishing 2 books in a day. I was curious to know how May had cultivated Musk's love for reading. Her response was, he always wanted to read on his own. What sets Elon apart is that when he reads something, he remembers it. Musk could even recall the entire Encyclopedia Britannica from memory, and his family believed he was a genius. One particular statement from May stood out to me. I asked her what her best investment in life had been, and she replied that if we were talking about financial investment, it would undoubtedly be Tesla stock. But if it was about a life investment, it would be the time she invested in her child. On the other hand, Musk's childhood was also marked by misfortune. Musk's love for reading was, in part, due to his early difficulty in social interactions. He said, "I took what people said literally, and only through reading did I begin to understand that people often say one thing and mean another." For a long time, Musk was the youngest and shortest student in school, struggling to make friends. This led to bullying and physical attacks during his school days. There was even an incident where Musk was badly beaten in school, leading to his head swelling up like a ball of meat, landing him in the hospital for a week. It wasn't until decades later, as an adult, that he had to undergo corrective surgery to repair the tissues inside his nose. However, these physical pains pale in comparison to the influence of his father, who played a crucial role in his life. After a severe domestic violence incident, Musk's parents divorced. At the age of 10, Musk moved in with his father, which later became one of his biggest regrets. Elon Musk's father, Elon Musk, possessed many conflicting qualities. He was both a rogue and charismatic, with the meticulous logic of an engineer and the fanciful imagination of a dreamer. But for young Elon, the most significant factor was his father's lack of empathy. In the incident where Musk was attacked by bullies at school, his father shockingly stood by the side of the attackers. When he returned home from the hospital, his angry father berated him for an hour, telling him he was worthless. From the age of 10 to 17, the 7 years Musk spent with his father were like opening a mystery box, never knowing when his father would be sunny and cheerful or dark and malicious, with his disposition shifting in an instant. Although Musk rarely discussed his father as an adult, it's evident that his father's influence persisted throughout his life. In the book, there's a detail where the wealthy Musk would send his father a monthly allowance for living expenses. However, as soon as he saw his father giving interviews claiming how crucial he had been to Musk's success, Elon would cut his allowance. This childhood experience also affected Musk's approach to life and his personality. In the book, Musk's ex-wife recalled that she and Musk had a secret code. If she ever said to him, "You're becoming more like your father," it was a warning that he was descending into a dark place. Musk has also reflected on his own personality. He once said, "I need to change my thinking. I can't always be in crisis mode." In the book, Isaacson even speculates that Musk's persistent desire to acquire Twitter might not be motivated by business considerations but could be an attempt to compensate for his childhood regrets. Over the years, whenever he feels threatened or in a corner, he thinks back to the horrors of being bullied on the playground. Now he has a chance to own the whole playground. Part 2. The second puzzle piece that helps us understand Elon Musk is his engineer's mindset. During his college years, Musk initially attended Queen's University in Canada. While in college, he had the opportunity to intern in the finance industry and joined a bank strategic planning team. However, Musk's internship experience was far from happy. He felt that he couldn't adapt to the banking work culture and mindset. Musk had friends who had transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. As an Ivy League school, had been presented two clear career paths for its students: finance on Wall Street or technology in Silicon Valley. Musk had little interest in finance, so he decided to look for internship opportunities in Silicon Valley. During the summer of his junior year, Musk worked 2 jobs in Silicon Valley. During the day, he worked at a research institute where he conducted research on supercapacitors, devices capable of providing power for electric cars and space weapons. In the evenings, Musk worked at a gaming company, helping them solve programming challenges. At the time, due to the rise of computers, engineers in Silicon Valley were more inclined to focus on software development rather than hardware. To them, programming was more advanced than soldering circuit boards. However, Musk was different. He enjoyed both hardware and software. His ability to switch between these two worlds was evident in his dual internships, where he could perform programming tasks and work with real hardware components, both of which made him happy. His work at the gaming company allowed Musk to discover his talent for game development, but he wasn't particularly passionate about creating games. Instead, this experience turned him into a passionate video game player. His daytime work at the Research Institute didn't result in significant breakthroughs, but this 1994 internship experience planted the seeds in Musk's mind for studying electric vehicles. According to Musk's original plan at that time, he would complete his undergraduate studies at UPenn, and then apply for graduate school to study materials science, focusing on developing supercapacitors to power electric cars. However, after recognizing a business opportunity in Silicon Valley, he boldly dived into entrepreneurship, becoming an entrepreneur. Though his time studying at UPenn and interning in Silicon Valley only amounted to a year, it had a tremendous impact on him. Musk never fully considered himself a businessman. He believed he was an engineer at heart. The book is filled with such details, For example, in September 2021, Isaacson met Musk in the conference room at SpaceX. Musk expressed his excitement, saying, "What I enjoy most is this, iterating with first-rate engineers." He claimed that his entire brain became excited, much like how he feels during a national celebration. However, it's questionable whether the engineers around Musk felt the same way. Isaacson witnessed Musk and the engineers meticulously analyzing rocket designs, scrutinizing every detail, whether it was to reduce weight or lower costs. Musk's approach was distinctly engineering-oriented. For instance, he proposed replacing some parts of the rocket engines with stainless steel, and the idea met with resistance from some colleagues. He listened to their objections and conceded that they had valid points, but insisted on trying it out quickly, stating, "Rapid prototyping lets you rapidly validate if it's working. And if it's not, you can rapidly fix it." In the end, he successfully replaced most of the components with stainless steel. Inside the SpaceX production facility, Musk noticed that a robotic arm was moving too slowly and hampering production efficiency. He brought a technician to adjust the robot's speed by rewriting a piece of code, including the concept of first principles, that gained attention in the entrepreneurial community largely because of Musk. This concept also echoes Musk's engineering disposition. It involves respecting the laws of physics, discarding preconceived notions and traditions, experimenting repeatedly to discover the best technological solutions to achieve one's goals. To Musk, the goal is to reduce the cost of rockets and electric cars. This concept is profoundly engineering-oriented, and Musk has a saying that sums it up. It's not, is it? It's not breaking the laws of physics. Furthermore, when managing his companies, Musk often appeared different from other executives due to his engineer's mindset. The book includes a detail where, before the potential acquisition of Twitter, Musk held a meeting with Twitter executives and asked a series of questions. For example, Twitter executives estimated that fake accounts constituted about 5% of their user base. Musk immediately inquired about the specifics of how they determined that number, and whether there were more detailed figures. Among other questions, he asked how many lines of code the average software engineer at Twitter wrote per day and why Twitter, with 2,500 software engineers, had more than Tesla, which only had 200 software engineers in its self-driving team. He also questioned the annual $1 billion Twitter spent on servers, and inquired about the functions that consumed the most computing time and storage space. Twitter executives struggled to answer these questions, leaving Musk frustrated. The Twitter executives felt that Musk was simply nitpicking, presumably to drive down the acquisition price. In reality, this was how Musk managed his companies at Tesla and SpaceX. He couldn't tolerate imprecision, whether it was in research and development or management. Musk viewed everything as a system to be improved. Even the process of improvement itself became a structured system in Musk's mind. Although both Musk and Steve Jobs were innovators, their temperaments were quite different. Isaacson quoted Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, who was a close friend of both Musk and Jobs, and served on the boards of Apple and Tesla. This gave him a chance to observe both individuals up close. Ellison mentioned that Jobs only had to excel in design concepts and software engineering, leaving the manufacturing aspects to others. In contrast, Musk assumed responsibility for manufacturing, supply chains, and large-scale factories. Jobs enjoyed taking daily walks through Apple's design studios, but he rarely visited the company's factories. In comparison, Musk spent more time on the assembly line than in the design studio. This contrast highlights Musk's engineer's disposition. Part 3. The third piece that helps us understand Elon Musk is his vision for the future of humanity. According to Walter Isaacson's interviews with Musk during his youth when his curiosity was at its peak, the most influential books for him were science fiction novels. The three works Musk admired the most were Robert A. Heinlein's The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, Isaac Asimov's Foundation, and Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So what are these three novels about? The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is about the moon serving as a place for exiled criminals, managed by an artificial intelligence. When there is a rebellion in the penal colony, the AI eventually sacrifices itself to save humanity. Foundation is set in a future where human civilization has expanded across the entire Milky Way, forming a galactic empire. During the height of the galactic empire, a brilliant scientist predicts a long period of darkness, lasting for 30,000 years, filled with ignorance, barbarism, and war. To preserve human knowledge, he gathers the finest scientists to establish the Foundation on a desolate planet at the edge of the galaxy, hoping this foundation will keep the flame of human civilization alive. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy takes an entirely different approach, imagining a galaxy teeming with diverse civilizations while portraying Earth as a rather insignificant part of the whole. An extraterrestrial civilization building a superhighway like hyperspace, Root finds that Earth is obstructing their construction, so they decide to demolish the planet. The story unfolds from this premise. Why did I painstakingly recount the plots of these 3 novels for you? It's because these 3 novels had a tremendous impact on Elon Musk, and you'll find that nearly all of his business endeavors and ultimate goals are influenced by the themes of these novels. So, what is Musk's ultimate goal? It can be summarized in 3 sentences. First, enabling human survival on other planets. Second, ensuring that artificial intelligence protects humanity. Both of these serve the third and overarching goal, preserving the flame of human civilization. When we examine Musk's entrepreneurial history, it becomes clear that he's using his companies to step-by-step realize this vision. Musk founded SpaceX because he believed that reusable rockets were a crucial factor in advancing humanity from a single-planet species to a multi-planet species. He established Tesla to research electric vehicles, founded the Boring Company to explore new directions in high-speed transportation, all with the aim of increasing the use of sustainable energy sources in the future. He founded Neuralink to research brain-machine interfaces as an additional way to protect humanity from malevolent artificial intelligence. Out of Musk's 6 companies, 5 can be incorporated into this ultimate goal. I know that Musk's ultimate goal may sound a bit dramatic to us, but he has his reasons. Musk observed that technological progress is not guaranteed. People tend to assume that technology will automatically progress, but the fact is, without deliberate preservation, many technologies can disappear. The knowledge of building the pyramids of ancient Egypt or the architectural techniques of ancient Rome was lost over time. Even in the 20th century, after the United States landed on the moon, the space program eventually stagnated, and much of the knowledge was lost. Musk believes that continuous effort is needed to preserve human knowledge. Furthermore, Musk is deeply intrigued by the Fermi paradox. This paradox, named after the physicist Enrico Fermi, raises the question of why, given the vastness of the universe and the high probability of other intelligent civilizations, we haven't detected any signs of extraterrestrial life. Musk believes that if Earth is the only cradle of life in the universe, it's our duty to protect it. In his view, the best way to do this is to enable humans to live on multiple planets, not just on Earth, thus significantly increasing the probability of the survival of our civilization. The book quotes Musk telling Isaacson, "True milestones are few and far between. The emergence of single-cell life, the differentiation of multicellular life into plants and animals, the movement of life from the oceans to land, the emergence of mammals, and the appearance of consciousness. At this scale, the next big step is obvious, making terrestrial life multiplanetary regardless of whether others agree." Musk truly believes that his mission is epical, and he has continued to strive forward with this goal as his driving force. So with this, I've concluded my interpretation of Walter Isaacson's book Elon Musk. Through these 3 pieces of the puzzle, Elon Musk's complex character becomes more accessible for us to understand. In the end, I want to share a question that Isaacson has been contemplating. This question didn't emerge solely because of this biography. He also pondered it while writing Steve Jobs. Isaacson wondered whether Jobs needed to be as ruthless, brash, and dramatic as he was. He asked this question to Jobs' partner, Steve Wozniak. Wozniak said that if he were in charge of Apple, he would be friendlier. He would treat everyone at Apple like family, and wouldn't immediately fire employees. Then he paused and said, "But then we might never have done the Macintosh." The Macintosh personal computer is considered one of Apple's greatest products, and its influence can be seen in Apple's excellent products today. While writing Elon Musk, Walter Isaacson similarly contemplated this question. At the beginning of the book, he quoted Musk as saying, "For all the people I have offended, I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to put everything I've got into making this work. If I'm just a douchebag and we have to lose, then the lose isn't as big." If he could be more relaxed and affable, would he still be the person who wants to take us to Mars and create a future world of electric vehicles? In this book, Isaacson poses the question, but leaves it to each reader to answer after gaining insight into Musk's complex life. So that's the essence of this book. If you want a more detailed understanding of Musk, I encourage you to read the original work. If you found this video informative, please share it with your friends. Congratulations, you've just finished another book.